let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to the Disrupt the Industry podcast. I'm your host, Dre Canavati, and today we are going to be talking about how I, as Dre, balance my health, fitness, and nutrition as a business owner, okay? Now, these answers may throw some of you through a loop, okay? But they are super insightful. I'm going to give you reasons why they're super insightful, and I think it's really going to change the way you view health, fitness, nutrition, the whole 9 yards. So I'm excited to get into it. In my opinion, people who don't balance their health, their fitness, their nutrition are lazy, and that's just how it is. It really sucks that they're lazy, but they are. And I know people who balance only their fitness, right? They'll go to the gym really hard. They'll try to run. They'll try to do all the BS, like hop in a sauna or like do a cold plunge to try to mitigate their bad diet, but it really doesn't work. So I would say a lot of people struggle with laziness when it comes to diet, and that's literally the most important part. Supplements is not the most important part. The little biohacking tips like intermittent fasting, saunas, red light therapy, like that stuff's not the answer. Training is extra is not the answer. So I'm going to show you right now. I actually love this video idea. We just came across it on our prompts. I love the idea of this video because this is going to really show you what health, fitness, and nutrition looks like from a very sustainable standpoint. And it's going to show you how doing less may help you achieve more results in the long run. So let's kind of get into it. So let's start with the gym because my approach to the gym is slightly unorthodox, but although it's slightly unorthodox, it still is supported by science because we are evidence-based. We do whatever we need to do in order to get results, but we just do it in a more optimal manner. So let's get into everything. I know true minimalists, right? True minimalists are athletes like Kino Body, people who train 2 days a week, do a couple key movements, right? I actually don't train 2 days a week. I train 4 days a week, and my split does change, but I'm going to tell you what my current training split is and why. So on Sunday, I do legs, and when I go into the gym and do legs, I'm going to do calf raises, and then I'm going to do quad extensions, and then I'm going to do hamstring curls, and then I'm going to leave the gym, okay? Very easy, very simple. A total of 3 exercises, and then I'm going to leave the gym. This is really interesting because you're going to understand at the end of my split and how I do my explanation and my workouts, why I do what I do in the gym. Next, I'll take off on Monday. Now, when I take off, I'm actually going to be implementing mobility. I don't like to say yoga. It's not yoga. I like to do very deep stretching sessions that really just break through all the built up tissue tightness in your legs and in your upper body to just stay more mobile. And this is something that I did a lot when I was in high school, and it was probably just the most mobile I've ever been. And I'm trying to really get back to that. And then I'll do ab work. So that's Monday. Tuesday, I'll go into the gym and I'll do chest and biceps. Now let's talk about why I do chest and biceps. Well, first and foremost, I start every workout with calves. Okay. I'll do calves and biceps. Even on my leg day, I'll throw some biceps in there. So calves and biceps first. Right? Then I'll go into some chest work. Then I'll go into some more bicep work. And when I'm doing chest work, I'm just picking key movements and I'm getting very strong on them. It's not a lot. So we'll do a standing calf raise. Then we'll do a machine preacher curl on the prime preacher curl where you can adjust the tension settings. Then I'll do an inclined dumbbell bench press so that I can get a deeper stretch on my pec and I can work each arm unilaterally, even though it's a bilateral movement. So unilateral means one side at a time. Dumbbells are not a barbell. They're not connected. So you're technically working one side at a time. But it is also a bilateral movement, which means I'm pushing both dumbbells up at the same time. But you get the idea. Then what will happen is I'll go into what's going to be a cable chest fly and a cable chest press. I'll do some push-ups. I'll do another curl variation, and I'll leave. Now, I know you're thinking, wow, that doesn't really sound like a lot. It's just 2 to 3 bicep exercises and 2 to 3 chest exercises. Well, just wait till the end. Then I'll take another off day, do some mobility, possibly do some abs if I'm feeling recovered. Guys, if you don't train your abs like every other muscle group, you're not going to see your abs. I make sure to hit progressive overload on all my ab exercises, and we're going to talk about that at the end as well. After that off day, I'm going to do back and triceps. Now, why am I doing back and triceps as opposed to back and biceps? And then that also begs the question, why am I doing chest and biceps instead of chest and triceps, right? Because chest and triceps, that's classic. Well, let's think about it. If I'm pushing with my chest, right, what muscle group is going to get fatigued? My triceps. If I'm fatigued on my triceps, am I going to be able to push as hard as I possibly can on my triceps? No. When I'm doing my biceps, right, I'm curling. I'm getting blood into the joints and the elbows. That's going to help with my pressing. Why? Because my bicep is going to be pumped up, so it's going to create a trampoline effect, right? My forearm is going to smash into my bicep, and it's going to help with my pressing. So I'm working my chest, right? And then I'll go into biceps, which is 100% fresh because it's not fatigued by doing a big chest pressing movement. Then when it comes to back and triceps, same thing. When you're doing back, you're automatically hitting a little bit of biceps no matter what. So you don't want to train your biceps because they're fatigued. You're not going to be able to hit them to their fullest potential. So you're going to do triceps. You're going to do a tricep exercise because they are 100% fresh. And again, this is going to get touched on at the end after I tell you my last day. Then I'll take a day off and I'll do shoulders and biceps. And again, we're training our biceps a couple extra times because they're a weak point for me. And then I'm doing my shoulder movements. I'm taking a day of rest in between the triceps workout, like back and triceps, and then what's going to be shoulders and biceps because I want to be strong on my dumbbell shoulder presses, right? Now, it's not too many exercises. There's only 3 to 4 exercises per muscle group in the workout. And then in my back workout especially, I'll do every other week. 1 week will be lat focused. The next week will be upper back focused. 1 week will be lat focused. The next week will be upper back focused with a bunch of rear delts with only, again, 2 to 4 exercises, maybe not even that, 2 to 3 exercises per muscle group. And that's pretty much a split. So those are my 4 days of training. So I'm sure you're saying that's not enough. That's not enough. But let's talk about that for a second. What is the primary driver of results, right? Progressive overload, mechanical tension, getting stronger, right? If you don't know what mechanical tension is, go to the Starting From Scratch series, right? Which is going to be mechanical tension in the simplest terms is getting stronger. Guys, this is what people don't understand. You only have so many resources, especially when you become a more advanced lifter like myself, right? I'm not super advanced, right? I would consider myself like intermediate in the grand scheme of things, like these big Olympian bodybuilders, but I'm decent, right? It's crazy because you only have so many resources, and especially when you're not taking boatloads of performance-enhancing drugs, those resources are going to be easily expendable. So if you go into the gym and you only have X amount of resources, right, you can only push yourself 100% on X amount of exercises, right? So what a lot of people will do is they'll go into the gym and they'll do too much exercise, too much volume, not enough intensity, which is training to failure. And what they'll do is they'll kind of go at 75 to 80% on every set that they do. My approach is, let's just take that chest day let's take the back day, right? Let's take back and triceps. So my approach is, okay, we're going to go into the gym for our back and triceps day. We're going to start off with calves, of course. And then we're going to do a pec deck machine rear delt fly because rear delts are a weak point. Then we're going to do a tricep push down. Okay, boom. Then we're going to do a single arm lat pullover. Easy. Then we're going to do another tricep overhead exercise. Then we're going to finish, because it's a back bias day, we're going to finish with a chest supported upper back bias row. Leave the gym. That's 5 exercises overall, maybe 6 if you include the calves. I didn't really count, but here's the thing. I'm going 100% on all those exercises. I'm going balls to the wall on all those exercises. I'm hitting a PR on all those exercises, a +2 repetitions on each set, +1. Maybe I'll add weight and I'll also get a rep PR. I'm putting all of my resources into those few amounts of movements, so that way I can see the most results possible, right? I'm doing less work so that I can put all of my body's resources to progressing on that little amount of work. Instead of coming in the gym like all you guys are doing, you're doing 5 sets here, 4 sets here. You think you're trained to failure, but you just stop when it burns. That's not true, guys. As we know, training to failure is when the concentric portion of the movement, for example, if you're doing a dumbbell curl, the concentric portion of the movement, aka the curling up of the exercise, right? Or a bench press, the concentric portion of the movement is the pressing up of the exercise, right? The upward motion. That you hit failure when that starts to slow down. So guys, again, your body only has so much resources to expend. When you're a beginner, you can get away with doing more volume because your technique's not there. So if your technique's not there, your intensity is not going to be there. Because if you don't have good technique, how are you going to push through when it gets hard? You're not. Your technique's going to break down. You're just going to give up because it burns. It's just inevitable when you're a beginner, right? But as time goes on, and you've been lifting for 7 years like me, what ends up happening is your body gets destroyed. Like if you're doing one set of dumbbell bench press, guys, I'm like 100. Like right now, I'm like 181 pounds. Like I got 120 dumbbells in my hands. Like it's gonna fatigue your body. It's going to wreck you. It's literally inevitable. So, but you still need to do that to progress. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take all of our energy and put it in a few key movements, right? And that's how I'm going to see an amazing amount of results while only training a minimal amount of days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. And I'm going to see more progress than 99% of the people who are training 5, 6, 7 days a week. It's just how it is. It's simple science. I'm maximizing progressive overload, and I'm maximizing my progress in the gym by tracking my weights. Now, that's how I manage my fitness as a business owner. Let's go into the health and nutrition side of things. When it comes to health, fitness, and nutrition, all these bodybuilders are kind of like, it's not sustainable if you're a normal person. I'm not a bodybuilder. Have I done a bodybuilding show? Yes, but I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't actively compete. So here's the thing. I'm not going to be eating chicken and rice out of a Tupperware. I'm not going to be eating cream of rice. That crap is gross, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even like chicken, and I'm not the best at cooking rice. I'm not going to lie to you. So let's talk about it. What do I do in order to maintain my physique while still progressing in the gym, but right now losing body fat simultaneously? What am I doing to lose body fat and get stronger at the gym at the same time as an intermediate to almost advanced lifter from my height, age, body weight, right? And time lifting in the gym. What am I doing to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time? This is very interesting. What I'm doing is I'm intermittent fasting. Now, I know you guys are like, oh, intermittent fasting. I've heard that before. It's so easy, so simple. Listen, if you want energy in the morning, if you do not want an afternoon crash, and this goes into me being a business owner, right? You will intermittent fast. It is going to focus you up. Why? Because when you eat a meal with like tons of carbohydrates, or even a meal in general, you're automatically going to get tired. It doesn't matter, okay? I just did a 24-hour fast, which I'll talk about in a later video. Guys, it was like I had 3 Ghost energy drinks, and I didn't have any caffeine. I was just having water. It was absurd. But I'm intermittent fasting. And then what I'm doing after I'm intermittent fasting is I'm focusing on hitting my protein goal as well as hitting my appropriate carbohydrate and fat goal. And when you intermittent fast, there's nothing magical about intermittent fasting when it comes to body composition. Is there some amazing health benefits? Yes, there is. But all intermittent fasting does is it closes the eating window. So say you have a 16-hour eating window, intermittent fasting may close that to 10 hours of eating, right? Very easy, very simple. So you're going to have to hit a certain calorie or macronutrient goal in a shorter period of time. So it's going to give your body the illusion of eating more, even though you're eating the same. So when I break my fast, I like to have some grass-fed red meat. I like to have some fruit like an apple, and I like to have a little bit of almond butter, sometimes some rice, okay? Sometimes I like to do lettuce burger wraps. They're pretty amazing with some sauce. Oh, delicious. And then let's talk about my life as a business owner, right? Again, sometimes at night, I'll be able to do my protein pudding, which is like yogurt, some fruit, some other cool meals, like I'll do some steak, some russet potatoes, delicious, right? You can even fit ice cream in there, like protein ice cream. It's a very easy, sustainable diet to follow, guys. But let's say last night I went to an event, and after the event, we went to an Italian restaurant. I intermittent fasted. I only had not that much protein by the time I got to dinner. So I was able to go to the dinner and make healthy decisions, right? I said, hey, I know I haven't had no fat today. I know I've had barely any carbs today. It's just some protein, right? I had some lettuce burgers. I said, let me get chicken parm, and I'm going to get a size some rigatoni D, okay? Delicious. I wake up today, new low weigh-in. You see how that works, guys? It's not about just starving yourself for the first part of the day and then eating like shit. It's not. You have to hit your protein goal. You have to hit your carbs and fats goals, or intermittent fasting won't work. It's about when your body is used to intermittent fasting, right? You can go out and you can actually have those free or enjoyable meals like I did that Italian restaurant last night, and it's not going to be too big of a hit on you. Guys, this is what I call pumpkin spice season is happening right now. It's October, November, December. You got the pumpkin spice lattes coming out. You got Halloween parties. You've got Christmas Christmas, Thanksgiving dinners, cookies, everything, Black Friday. You're going to be a little more flexible during this time of year than you would be January through May to get ready for summer. It's just common sense. I've been coaching for 5 years. It's very common sense, right? So again, having a method in place that me as a business owner, I can actually follow this diet. I can sustain the diet. I can go out and socialize with the diet, right? It's pretty amazing. And this is what I always say, guys. Fitness is meant to enhance your lifestyle. It's meant to make you feel more confident. It's meant to increase how you feel in social settings. It's not meant to put you in a box at home and have you eating chicken, rice, and broccoli out of a plastic container. It's literally disgusting. Like, the mindset of it is gross to me. So remember that, guys. What we're doing here, what I'm doing with intermittent fasting, making sure I hit my protein, making sure I hit nutrient-dense foods, it allows me to have free meals once in a while. But again, I can't stress this enough. Intermittent fasting is not starving yourself the first part of the day and then eating like shit the rest of the day, right? You can keep yourself very full doing intermittent fasting. I want you to understand something. People who wake up and are hungry in the morning, all that means is their blood glucose is very high. Okay? When people wake up in the morning and they're not hungry, that means their blood glucose is very stable. So if you can just curb that, right, you're going to be in a very good spot to start intermittent fasting. And it's not, you don't have to do anything crazy like fast until 6 p.m. You just have to push it off a little bit to like 12 to 1 o'clock and you'll be good to go. Like this morning, I literally woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get started on work. And I got up, brushed my teeth, took my shower, did my stuff, right? And then I sat down, did work, and I wasn't hungry. And then I was just, because I've trained my body, I wasn't hungry. I just did a 24-hour fast. Are you kidding me? Like, doesn't matter. I had some water. Then I was like, I kind of want something with a little flavor. I had some sparkling water with grapefruit, right? Sparkling water is going to help blunt your hunger. Why? Because of the carbonation. And now, after I'm done filming these last 2 podcasts, I'm going to get to break my fast with a super nutrient-dense food. Another cool thing is when you intermittent fast, you stop chasing dopamine, because when you break your fast, you're going to be a little hungry. Nothing crazy, but you're going to be hungry. And all that food that may not be appealing to you, that healthy food, that grass-fed ground beef that we can turn to burgers, like that delicious chicken meal, that's going to seem way more appealing to you because you're going to be hungry and your body's going to start craving nutrients, guys. So as a business owner, balancing my diet, trying to get leaner, trying to get stronger, trying to upkeep a social life, right? Like tonight we're doing a Friendsgiving. Not a problem at all. Just going to do protein at the beginning of the day. Then me and my roommate, we're going to cook beef Wellington. Then we're going to be able to eat a little bit. It's the time of the year, guys. We're going to be more flexible. You're not going to be 100% on your diet that Thanksgiving week through that Christmas time. It's just not going to happen. You just got to try your best to maintain as many days as possible. And then we can use intermittent fasting to our advantage by hitting our protein goal prior and then kind of filling in the blanks. But guys, when it comes to being in the gym, minimalist training, right? As I talked about before, progressing on key movements. And then when it comes to keeping the volume lower on those movements and keeping the intensity higher so that you're in and out of the gym in a more efficient way, right? And that's how you're supposed to train. You're going to experience more growth when it comes to training to failure. And on top of that, our diet, that's how I stay on point with what's going to be balancing my health and fitness as a businessman. And guys, anyone can intermittent fast. 9-to-5ers can intermittent fast. Remote workers can intermittent fast. Desk job people can intermittent fast. People who do manual labor can intermittent fast. It's super easy and simple. But guys, that's how I maintain my health, fitness, and nutrition as a business owner. And I think this was one of my favorite videos I personally ever filmed. So thank you so much. God bless you. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to fill out an online fitness coaching application to see if you are qualified to work with me, you can fill it out. I will look at it. I will get back to you and we can set up a call, kind of like an interview, and then we can see if I can help you. So thank you so much again. God bless you. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to disrupt the industry.
Yeah.